This is Core's Attack, Book 6 in the Cosmos's Gateway series by S.E. Smith, narrated by Samantha Cook. Prologue. 20 years ago. Avery, do you remember what we told you? Donna Lennox asked, brushing loose strands of brown hair back from her face. 12-year-old Avery Lennox nodded, her face devoid of expression. She didn't want her parents to know how scared she was, or that she had any doubts. Returning her mother's intense gaze, she lifted her chin. Never hesitate. Make a decision and follow through with it. Double-check your surroundings. Move with precision and never let your foe know that you are scared, she repeated. That's right, her father said with a proud smile. Don't allow yourself to be distracted by anything other than your mission. I won't, Avery promised. Good luck, sweetheart. We know you'll do the best you can, her mother added, giving her a hug. Avery allowed herself to enjoy her mom's embrace for a moment, then gripped the ball in her hands and ran out onto the field. Dropping the soccer ball to the ground, she executed the moves she and her dad had been practicing. 3 girls ran over to join her, and Avery ruthlessly pushed down her nervousness. She was in another new city with new kids, a new school, and a new home. Her parents did the best they could to give her a normal life. Playing sports was one of their concessions. For the next 2 hours, Avery focused on her mission, kicking the other team's butt without being too greedy about it. By the end of the last quarter, she was glowing, and the other girls on her team were energized by the 6-point lead. When the final whistle blew, Avery turned to her parents with a huge grin and lifted her arms up victoriously. Her team surrounded her, but Avery's shining eyes were on the grinning faces of her parents. She turned when her teammate Cassie called her name. Cassie's eyes widened with shock when Avery suddenly jerked and stumbled into her, the glimmer of excitement fading as Avery felt something warm and wet seeping through the fingers of her left hand as it touched her side. She looked down, and her legs trembled as she noticed the bright red blood saturating her shirt. The numbness was giving way to intense, burning pain. Avery distantly noted the screams that filled the air as Cassie's fist clenched around the fabric of Avery's long-sleeved soccer jersey, and the girl's weight pulled them both to the ground. Get down! Get down! Shoot her! Everyone, get down! Avery rolled onto her back, pressing her hand against the wound in her side the way her mom had taught her to do if she didn't have anything else to apply pressure with. She could hear screams, yelling, and sirens wailing, an odd cacophony against the stillness of the blue sky above her. She turned her head toward the bleachers where her parents had been watching her play. They were the only ones still on the bleachers. She knew it was them by their matching black coats. Her father's upper body was leaning awkwardly against the seat behind him. Her mother struggled to push herself up from where she was lying on the plank between 2 rows of seats. Avery's eyes followed the man walking toward her parents. Unlike everyone else, he didn't appear alarmed. She took in every detail of his features, his exclusive, brand-name sunglasses, the thin scar on his clean-shaven jaw, his black hair and high cheekbones, the European cut of his clothing, and his Italian-made shoes, possibly size 11. He wasn't American. His left ring finger glinted with a gold ring, not a wedding ring. It was decorated with the head of a lion with red ruby eyes. No, not a lion. An intricate series of connecting circles. Infinity. The man paused by her father and aimed his gun. The barrel looked funny. Silencer, 9mm handgun. A silencer is used to reduce sound intensity and minimize flash by cooling the propellant gases, she remembered. The man turned the weapon toward her mother. He said something to her mom. Avery followed the motion of his lips, picking out several words, spoken in a language she was still learning, Croatian. She mentally put together the pieces she understood to find the meaning of his speech. Betrayal.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?